So let's talk about the qualities of different Prakriti. The word Prakriti denotes nature or the original state of creation. In Sanskrit, pra means original and kruti means creation. Although a person can be born with a high influence of one, two, or even three forces, if we carefully examine, we can see that one force is dominating over the other two forces in the system. That is the primary or birth dominating force or prakriti of that person. Let's have a look at these three basic forces, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, which promote the qualities in the human body and mind with their dominating power. Let's look at understanding the Kapha Prakriti. A person with Kapha Prakriti is slow and steady in the body movements. They take time to make new decisions in life. They feel empathy, love, and can develop attachments to the people and surroundings. They prefer to do the same job and follow the same lifestyle for a long period of time. The basic characteristics are that they have broad bone structure and heavy muscles. They have tendency to gain weight easily. Usually their skin is moist with a bit of a yellowish tone and has a tendency to get oily or cold. They normally have beautiful, dense hair with dark tone. The shape of the head is round and big compared to the other two Prakritis. A person with Kapha Prakriti has very large features like broad forehead, big nose, large full lips, and firm and large teeth. In the balanced state, their eyes are clear and white. They have bushy eyelashes and eyebrows and look attractive and caring. People with Kapha Prakriti usually have steady and regular appetite. They have pleasant smell in their body and hold a very strong immune power in most seasons. Normally the urine has a whitish tone and the feces are heavy and solid. Generally, a person with Kapha Prakriti is a bit slow in actions. They have slow grasping capacity of information coming to their mind. They can remember most of their past, but can easily forget the present matters. Their voice is deep and heavy. Generally, they're not very good speakers, but if you want someone to listen to you, they're the best choice amongst all your friends. They seem to have constant and steady sex drive all throughout their lives. When it comes to finance, they're big savers and they protect their inherited property. They seem to be successful in the fields of caretaking and like to protect everything around them. People with Kapha Prakriti enjoy cooking, gardening, decorating homes, and people being in the nature, especially close to water, is one of their favorite things. They're very good at keeping strong relationships, and they like to have deep conversations and meetings with close friends. Normally people with Kapha Prakriti can sleep deeply, but they might have hard time waking up in the morning. They might experience melancholic long dreams, usually about love or departure of their loved ones. They're sensitive to damp climates and have a tendency to get respiratory related issues. They might require high dose of medicines to get effect on their system. According to the scriptures of Ayurveda, people with Kapha Prakriti hold a pulse in the body that resembles the steady movement of the swans. Now let's look at understanding Pitta Prakriti. A person with Pitta Prakriti is passionate and intense in what they're doing in life. They have bright and intellectual qualities like sunlight. They can be pedagogic and sharp like sun rays, courageous, brave, and risk-taking. They like to lead rather than follow, and they might hold a commanding power in their voice. People with this Prakriti have usually a medium bone structure and light muscles with moderate weight, which normally stays without too much fluctuations. They have warm and moist skin and pinkish red tone to it. Their hair is fine and soft in texture, and they can have tendency to get baldness or early gray hair in life. They hold medium-sized head with folds on the forehead, penetrating eyes and fine eyelashes, medium-sized nose, soft red lips, pink gums, and aligned teeth. Compared to the other Prakritis, Pitta has the strongest appetite. Their urine has a yellow color and the body odor is strong. They have a tendency to get diarrhea. People with Pitta Prakriti are passionate and dominating in their character, especially in their sex life. Their actions are motivated and purposeful in most situations. They're highly intellectual. They can be demanding and critical at times, though. They possess a good memory power, which helps them to be successful, especially in their professional life. Generally, they're very good speakers with confident voice and precise in what they're doing and talking about. They seem to be successful in scientific and business fields and are usually interested in international affairs, news, politics, adventures, and action sports, studies, organizing, leading groups, planning ahead, starting new projects, and developing it into big goals. When it comes to their finances, they spend their money purposefully. People with Pitta Prakriti generally sleep quite well. They fall asleep immediately and have tendency to wake up a couple of times during the night, but can fall back asleep easily. Often their dreams are aggressive and can be about quarreling or conquering something. Since Pitta Prakriti has hot properties, these people are sensitive to sun and heat. They are prone to infections, and in the state of imbalance, they can get skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, dandruff, or migraine, high fever, PMS, and stomach-related issues. In the mental level, people with Pitta Prakriti can suffer from high stress, anger. They can get into arguments easily. They require a normal dosage of medicines to help heal their symptoms and diseases. And Pitta Prakriti individuals hold a pulse like that of the jumping frog. Now let's move on to understanding the Vata Prakriti. A person with Vata Prakriti is very artistic and they don't like to follow any rules. They prefer to follow their own feelings. They enjoy travel and constantly like to move around, making lots of changes, seeking freedom, and they love diversity in all areas of life. The body structure of a person with Vata Prakriti is very different from the other two. They can be tall or short, but usually are very slim with sleek bone structure and lean muscles with thin wrists and ankles. They might have difficulty to gain weight easily and have more tendency to lose weight very quickly. Their skin most times is cold, especially on the hands and feet. And the skin can have a bluish brown tone. In the cold climates, it can get dry and rough. They might have blue veins that can be visible in some areas under the skin, mainly on the hands and legs. Generally, they have fine, silky hair and sensitive, fragile nails. The structure of the face can be comparatively small, with features of firm eyelashes, sleek nose, lips, chin, and uneven and charming teeth. They might have small fine lines on their foreheads. The appetite can vary depending on the season and age of their life. Normally they don't sweat so much and have nearly no body odor. Their urine is plain like water and feces are with the tendency to get a bit dry, hard, and constipated. People with Vata Prakriti have a tendency of spending money without too much thought behind it and might have less control over their finances. Most of the artists and creative workers are born with qualities of Vata Prakriti and can become very successful in the field of art. They enjoy social gatherings, parties, travel, meeting new people, fun games and plays, music, dance, everything quick and brief. Since the primary element of Vata is air, these people move quickly and irregularly. Generally, they're high dreamers and might have a strong desire for a sex life, but when it comes down to it, very low energy in reality. They're fast moving on the surface level of the mind, like instant thinking and feeling. This is why they remember most of the present, but can easily forget the past. Since their thoughts and feelings fluctuate from one to another quickly, they have very hard time focusing on one thing at a time. They can talk different interesting matters at the same time and sometimes have difficulty to get back to the point what they actually were trying to say. Their sleep can be interrupted and very light. Since they're influenced by the presence of the moon, they have difficulty sleeping during the full moon or new moon periods. They often wake up during the night and might have nightmares like falling down from the heights or flying in the sky. People with Vata Prakriti are very sensitive to cold and wind and have low level of immune power in their system. In the state of imbalance or Vikriti, they can get pain in the joints, have mental disorders like anxiety attacks, hysteria, fear, and shivering. They often suffer from reproductive and nervous system diseases or disorders. In this state, Ayurveda suggests to give minimum dosage of medicine, since they have a tendency to have rapid effects on Vata Prakriti. Vata Prakriti holds a pulse in the body that resembles the moving of the snake.